Hey there everyone, back again with another video, and in this video we're gonna move forward in our Flutter tutorial series. And in this video we are gonna move forward with the meme app that we have started in our last video. So if you haven't watched my last video, you can just go over there and see the thing. Basically we have done nothing, we have just created a splash screen page, and that splash screen, what you can say, takes us to a home page. This is the home page that you can see. And what you can say, we have a timer which routes us after 5 seconds. Okay, so I have explained this thing in my last video, how getx is better, to some point better than these all things. So you can just watch that if you want. Basically, if you want to see the logic of creating this thing, I have shown you how we are getting, from where we are getting the APIs. Okay, so now what we need to do, you can see that in this home page we basically have a app bar and a body, we have a center, we have a column, and we have only two things, a network call and a material button. Okay, so basically what we want that, when we click on this, okay, firstly on initiation of this project, sorry, if this home page, it should call the API. Firstly it should call the API, and then it should fetch the image URL, and that image URL should be put here, so that it should, what you can say, show that meme over here. Okay, so we have used this meme API, that is by David, I'm not sure what the name. Okay, so D3VD, the link will be in the description below, and this whole API is written in Go. So if you want, you can directly just go over here and check that. Okay, and you know that this is the API. Okay, and this API will always give you an image URL in which you can just find all these stuff. You can find the JPG. Okay, every time you refresh this, you will get a new meme. Okay, you can see that now. If I click on this, it will give us a, okay, leave it. So it's okay, so already I have told you that this API will give you some of the content that if you're not above 18, so please ignore that. Okay, so you can just leave this whole series, because you will find some of the JPGs that are not relevant for 18 or below 18. Okay, so if you can create these APIs, just you can just go over there and create these things. Okay, so if you want to read, you can see that there are some of this stuff if they have given. um, no, they haven't. Okay, so okay, yeah, you can just add this NSWF false also. Okay, so leave it. Okay, surrounded with there all are dank memes, so we will not uh, ha- go over there. Okay, if I refresh this thing, you can see that we again got a new thing. Okay, so leave it. So what we are gonna do now, we will fetch this API. Okay, so how we will fetch this API? So firstly, for fetching an API, you just have to import a package that is not directly in our Flutter. You have to just call the HTTP. Okay, so I am just coming over here and I will type HTTP. Okay, and save. So this will get the property of get. Okay, I'm not specifying any of the version, so it will always fetch the latest version. I hope so. Yeah, it should fetch the latest version. Okay, so exit code 0, it means we don't have any error. Okay, and yeah, they are also modified, so I'm not worried about that. And now in this page, what we'll do, firstly we will import that HTTP, and HTTP dart as HTTP. Okay, now what we will do, we will create a function. So we will create a function that will be a get data, or yeah, I will set that as a get data for time being. Okay, and it will be a asynchronous function. Okay, and here we will have a let and not let, we have a var, and data is equal to HTTP, not HTTP. We will go with the await HTTP, because this is the way, HTTP dot get, and inside this we have to pass a URI. So URI is created using URI and dot parse. Okay, and it will take a string. So this string will be this API. Okay, so we'll just copy this, we'll come over here and paste this API. Okay, and every time this will give us something. So what we will do, we will have to create the, what you can say, the response of this will be a future. Okay, and it will return, yeah, it will return as the JSON decode. Okay, and data.body, data.body. Okay, and if you want that, you can do one thing, is that you can directly do one thing, you can print this data, print and data, so that you can see what we are getting. Okay, before using this thing we can directly see what we are getting. So if I save it and if I go to my terminal, debug console, you can see that we got nothing because we have to this is the get data. And what we will also do, uh, on init, where it is, mm, one second, and this is a stateful area. Yeah, init, sorry, one second, init state, yeah. And every time the this page loads, okay, the point this page loads, it should call our get data function, not this get data. Okay, it should call this get data. So if I save it and let's see, okay, we didn't get any of the issue because our page is already initiated. So what I will do, I will hot reload the whole project. Sorry. So now it should hot reload, come on, yeah, me map, this is a splash screen, and it should take me to the this page. And okay, so instance of a response, you can see that it is getting an instance of a response. So how we can do anything else? So we will just go dot body, save and reload all this stuff. Okay, so come on, hot restart. I hope that there should be a simple way so that we don't have to go with the initiate function and all that. Yeah, there is a way. Okay, I have already done that. So you can see that we are getting this. Okay, we are getting post link, Reddit memes, this thing. So we just have to focus on this part, URL. Okay, we just have to focus on this. So what we can do, we can directly type here and do URL. And if I go, can I get this thing right here, dot URL, not this way. Okay, we just have to print like this, JSON decode data dot body, and after this I will pass the URL. Okay, save it. And what I will do, the point this is pressed, I will call get data. Okay, I will call this get data, save it. Okay, so this is the way. And if I click on this next, yeah, you can see that we are getting a URL. If I click on this next again, we again got a URL. So we basically want that this should be a way to there should be a way on which we can initiate this URL. So what we can do, uh, this will return a, what you can say, this is returning us a yeah, URL. So firstly what we'll do, we will store this thing in a variable. Okay, so we got this URL, and now what we will do, we will just say init state. Okay, one sec. Oh yeah, what we can do here, one second. I think it should, why it is not showing us the, no, it should not take this. One second, and this is not the proper way. Here. Okay, so yes, we are doing it right. Because we have to just so what we'll do, we'll just remove this whole thing from here. We are not getting that value. Mm, oh, this is not the right. Basically, what we need to do, we have to maintain the state of this URL, and this URL will definitely change this thing. So we have to set the state, but I'm not sure why this is not changing the state. Okay, so let's just, why we are not, basically we should get that init state property, but this, exactly this thing. So we know that here it is calling that. Second, so let us just debug it, then we will just figure it out. That we were initiating the state, it was set state. Yeah, it was set state, and we have to create a URL here where so where image URL is equal to, okay, so firstly we have to just give a null value and empty value, and every time this button is clicked, image URL is equal to URL. Okay, so once again, okay, so this is getting us this thing because we have set it as future, so we will just go with the string. Okay, async, it should return a future. Okay, so we will just call the future of string, no issue with that. Okay, so we have just converted everything to your string, and now what we will do, we'll just do here is that, okay, not like this, we will just remove this one by one, and we just set it as image URL. Okay, this is a way. Okay, so every time, and yes, we have to initiate this thing. So on initiation we will just call this get data, and it will just return what you can say URL, and we have to set state image URL is equal to URL dot toString. Yeah, this is a way. So if I run it, let's see what happens. Okay, so we got some error. uh, why we got error? No host. Okay, we are not getting any of this thing. Okay, let us just remove this. And if I save, if I click on this, okay, so we are getting some issue. Okay, so what we can do, we can directly just print the URL here. Okay, and I will just remove this whole stuff from here. And if I click on this, we are getting an instance of a future string. Okay, so we have to go with this thing. This I am just trying this because I don't want to go with that future builder, but we have to go with this thing. Okay, so for those things what we have to do, we just have to use a future builder. Okay, you can see that we have this future builder, and what it will take, it will take 2 to 3 the future. Firstly we have to call a future, so it will go with the get data, because this is the thing that will fetch that data. And here it will take two things: context and a snapshot. Okay, so it will take two things, and now we just have to return the stuff. So if uh, snapshot dot if it does not have any data. Okay, if it does not have any data, why it's showing us the error? Body might be okay. Leave it, we will see it later. So if it has a error, so we will if it does not have any data, so it will return circular progress indicator. Circular progress indicator. And if uh, it has any error, so if snapshot dot has error, okay, if it has an error, then we will just return a text some error occurred. Okay, and if nothing happened, then what we'll do, we'll just return these all things. Okay, so we'll just return this image dot network, and then we will call the uh, snapshot dot data. Okay, firstly let us see what we are getting if I directly print this thing: text snapshot dot data. Okay, it will say that we are just transferring, yeah, object, so I have to convert it dot to string. Yeah, and I will just try to this thing, and if I save, what am I getting? You can see that we are getting the data. Yeah, you can see that we are now getting our data. So we just have to now return this thing. We just have to call image dot network. Okay, and if I just do this, Come on. Okay, so we got a error. Why we got this error? If I replay it, type null is okay. Null is not a subtype list. Why we are getting this error? We are getting instance of future. Okay, so we got our this data. So if I click on next, it is going over there. It is bringing us the data, and if I click, it was just okay. So we are not getting some of their type. So what we will do now, just do this. If I save, okay, so let's just rerun the whole application once. Vmap, and then yeah, it's doing that. Okay, so it's taking a little bit time, but this is due to that network call issue. But you can see that we are not getting any of the error now. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it is not taking any of the error. Yeah. So now what we I want. Okay, so we have to take care of this thing. So what we will do, we can add this fit box fit dot contain. We got that button. Okay, so basically what now we will do. Okay, if I click on this, it's taking us to a new page. One. Yeah, so you can try to add some of the scalability to this. Okay, so in next video what I will try to do, I will try to add a button that can share this whole meme to any of the person that you want. Okay, so okay, so we are getting everything that we want. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you, have a nice